Beware of anger. Jaya and Vijaya are the doorkeepers of Vaikuntha, the abode of Mahavishnu. Once the great Sanaka and his fellow sages came to visit Mahavishnu. Out of arrogance, the doorkeepers prevented them from entering Vaikuntha, despite being aware of the greatness of these sages. The sages were overpowered by anger and cursed Jaya and Vijaya. "You are unfit to remain in this holy place. Take birth on earth as demons." Mahavishnu appeared on the scene and gave two options to Jaya and Vijaya: either to be born as arch enemies of Vishnu for 3 lives or as his friends for 7 lives. They eagerly chose the first option so that they can return to Vaikuntha sooner. Vishnu now addressed the sages as he wanted to enlighten them too. Smilingly, he remarked, "It is highly unbecoming of Jaya and Vijaya to have stopped you sages, well known as Jitendriyas or conquerors of the organs of sense, and distinguished for your control over anger. I personally apologize for their mistake." Soon the sages realized their folly of not conquering anger while dealing with his assistants. This is a story familiar to students of Indian mythology. Many may draw the conclusion that the urgency of Jaya and Vijaya to return to Vaikuntha is understandable, as they were unable to bear the separation from their master Mahavishnu. Sri Ranga Mahaguru had explained this story in a beautiful manner. When Jaya and Vijaya faced 2 options, to be foes or friends, and chose the former, the reason was that the curse had already started bearing fruit, thus driving their mind towards this alternative. They could have chosen to be associates of Vishnu, whether for 7 lives or even 100. As residents of Vaikuntha, they ought to have had their minds always dwelling on the Lord. Even if they took birth on earth on account of the curse, if their minds were unfailingly devoted to Vishnu, neither the number of births nor their place of stay would matter. They did not realize this simple principle. Whether in heaven or in hell, in happiness or in sorrow, may I always remember you. To pray thus is a hallmark of Indian culture. The story of Jaya and Vijaya nicely illustrates how even a great devotee, if he develops a craving for possession, for fame, or becomes possessed with such other selfishness, can forget his ultimate aim in life. If this can happen even to such servitors of Lord Vishnu, what then to speak of the rest of us? That is why elders warn, "Pratyaham pratyaveksheta narascharitamātmanaha kim nu me pashubhistulyam kim nu satpurushairiti." A man should introspect every day. Am I behaving like a beast or like a noble person? Animals can act only on instinct. It is only a man who is bestowed with an additional faculty of discretion. Even when we err as a result of our accumulated bad influences or bad company, it is wise to exercise better judgment, correct ourselves, and continue to move towards our goal.